Are you done? Hmm? No, you didn't. Yes, it's nasty. What you doing? Y'all listen. I'm going from a podcast to 5 videos apparently, as I'm being led. Um, it's funny because I'm sitting here thinking like, how am I supposed to? That right there. How am I supposed to do this? As often as I'll be prompted to. That's be a lot of prompts. And I try to hold off and hold back and wait and get up every morning at 5 o'clock, which I do. And I like getting up in the morning at 5 actually. But it then got cold outside, so I have to adjust and be willing to, move around as necessary. So I guess y'all might get videos when my baby is trying to get me to let her off the pot, and I just want her to eat her apple so she can go ahead and do number two. Okay, we're trying to work our way out these pull-ups. So anyway, the plan was to just talk real quick about tricky discipline. A lot of this stuff that I'm going to talk about is experiences that I've had. So I'm going to relate it to, something personal, not necessarily private. Okay, person. Okay. And my favorite example, or the easiest thing to reference, is Pepsi, and how much I loved Pepsi. How much, how easy it was for me to drink pop, at a time where, I probably wasn't as concerned about my weight as I should be. This was after I had my oldest daughter, so probably, I don't know, 7, 8 years ago. And I had decided I wanted to lose weight, and I was going to lose weight, and I just was trying to figure out things to help me, because we all fall into this fall into temptation. But this whole idea of you know diet versus like lifestyle changes, I don't remember where I heard it, but when I heard it, I remember thinking like, yeah, that sounds like a bit of a slower process versus a diet. It kind of demands that you do something consistently every day, and if you mess up, you like are hard on yourself about it. And I just wasn't in the mood to be hard on myself, because I feel like shit was already hard enough, so just didn't feel like adding any more ass whoopings to myself. But I'm like, lifestyle change sounds easier. I could just, hmm? Okay, hold on. I could just take my time and like really figure out how to accomplish this thing, with a long term mindset at hand. And so, one of the first things that came to mind was, how much I liked pop, and my little snacks, potato chips. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not an everyday, all day pop drinker. We wasn't raised like that. I wasn't. I don't think I made Kool-Aid, but I didn't. I don't make Kool-Aid. So it wasn't like that. But I knew I needed to take small steps to have a good end goal, and I needed to be doing things that were attainable, things that wouldn't, keep me from getting there, or just slow me all the way down, or like knock me off track. So with regards to like, the Pepsi and like potato chips, I just wouldn't buy them. I just wouldn't buy pop. I stopped buying pop altogether. That way, when I was out in public and I wanted a pop of any kind, I could just buy it. I wasn't going to beat myself up about it, because I knew that I was already practicing something that was going to, yield a reward. Yield a reward. Is that how that's supposed to be said? Anyway. So I just, I didn't buy it. Chips, I kept buying chips, but only once Ashlyn she started taking chips with her to lunch. What do you need, baby? You want to get up? Did you use the bathroom? No, you didn't. Oh, you want some fish? That's what you want. she did me like this. Y'all, she hilarious. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. Yeah, let's get the apples out your pull up because that's you don't need that. There you go. Yeah, you got your fish. I'm gonna get you water. Got it. Okay, so boom. When she started taking lunch, I bought chips again, and it wasn't bad because I think by that time I'd already started cutting back and cutting out. Like I cut out pork. I cut back on beef. Just certain things just kind of made their way away when I accepted the fact that I just wasn't gonna buy the things that I would overconsume, for whatever reason. So it got me thinking about tricky discipline. Like once I finally lost the weight and I looked back and looked at all the things that I had done, I had to trick myself into a healthy lifestyle. I couldn't just go head on. I don't, whether it was because I was a mom or, had just moved to Columbus and was kind of still by myself, for the most part. I tricked myself. And I kind of laughed because I was happy to know, like, oh, that felt a little, I don't trick. I just, I either do it or I don't. But I was glad that it had worked. And so it was something that I was going to continue to try to implement. And so I would just start looking up different things that people outside of our culture did to help navigate and balance out what appears to be, unhealthy or something bad in terms of your diet or lifestyle in general, your lifestyle, not diet. And I remember just scrolling and, I read where, Italian people are able to keep their weight down, even though pasta is, one of their main dishes because they take walks. They take family walks. When is the last time you guys took a walk as a family? Right after dinner, and I think for them it's like a every day after dinner, they just take like a walk around the block. And I don't know how true that is, but it makes sense, even if it's not true, but I believe it's true. You know what I'm saying? Putting certain things in place will help you in the long term. And then imagine, how effective those walks become when you're talking about like the communication between you and your family, things that you guys will get to talk about that you may not get to talk about because as soon as dinner over, everybody kind of just go to their space in the house, and kind of get back into their own thing. So, think about that. Being more aware of like negative self-talk. That's what prompted the tricky discipline at the beginning. Is I knew like if I start this as a diet, as soon as I fall off, as soon as something stresses me out or my schedule gets thrown off or anything throws me off, I'm gonna have whatever that thing is, and then I'm gonna feel bad about it. I'm gonna tell myself, I knew you could never finish. Why did you start then? Why didn't you wait till? Why didn't you just? I didn't want to do that. So it was kind of, I ended up getting like a 2-in-1. She don't like to see my attention nowhere else. So I'm gonna wrap it up real quick. Okay. Tricky discipline and realizing how effective negative self-talk was in that moment helped me realize ultimately that negative self-talk was what I was trying to avoid. Okay, I was just over it. So I had to do, things to make sure that I started to eliminate those. And it took a while. I mean, some things was easier, like the in regards to changing my eating habits, it became easy to not talk bad to myself about it. You know what I'm saying? And I was able to like stay on a healthy eating journey for a long time. Since I moved down south, I'm smashing bacon, y'all. Oh my goodness. Oh, smashing it. And then again, one day I'm like, it's just salty as hell and I don't want this no more. And I stopped buying it. But I don't feel guilty. I'll have what I want. And then when my body is like, okay, you had enough, I let it go. And it's so easy because I don't put the word diet on it. Diet is like, it's a temporary fix, and the difference in being in this world and not of it is realizing that a diet is a temporary fix. It's a 30-day diet or a 2-week diet, or it starts and then it stops. Lifestyle change is something that's meant to last for a lifetime. Okay, so I hope y'all got a little bit of juice from that. Let me see real quick. I got some notes over here. Let me make sure. Okay. Morning affirmations. Yeah, real quick. So I'm not really good at doing the affirmations because you see, I don't really get to like start my day the same every day. Hold on. Just a second. Get it. I don't get to start the day off the same every day. Okay. So my affirmations are very hard to keep up with. They're hard to practice. I normally write in my journal and then I close my journal and go on about the day. I don't typically go back into the journal until it's time to like revisit things that have come to me that I am supposed to share, right? So with the affirmations, I just wrote them on the mirror. Saw it, somebody did it. It might have been a TV show, I don't remember, but I'm like, oh yes, because even if I forget to say them when I wash my face or when I go to the bathroom or when I'm in my bathroom or whatever, I will see them there. Okay, and I still don't say them every day, but I know they're there, and eventually I'll be like, okay, you say them. Because I got some mantras and some other stuff that I have memorized that I can say throughout the day. And again, really just not doing the negative self-talk. When you get to the point where you realize you're about to like negatively bring any energy to yourself related to yourself, a relationship, your position, your situation, whatever, you got to stop it. Okay. I started something this morning. I forgot what it was. Thank the Lord. That's the point. That is the goal, y'all. If it come, get to the point where you be like, you know what? Don't shut your ass up. Do not. Even, okay, so boom. So with the live, with this video, it's not a live. With the video, I've been trying to like, do I want to sit here? I just had my robe on. I recorded a whole video of me washing my face and brushing my teeth to a reader who I listened to, regarding my stuff, right? And I'm like, oh, well, I'm going to speed up the words. And the Virgo moon in me was like trying to rush through a bunch of these. And I'm like, no, we're going to just start this and we're going to finish it. Okay. And so that is where you can like tell yourself, like, don't try to create reasons that slow you down from doing something that you just naturally want to do. Okay. Or that you naturally feel like you're supposed to do. So with regard to the morning affirmations, okay, and making sure that you're progressing towards a healthy lifestyle, don't let stuff slow you down. Figure out ways to stop yourself from talking yourself out of doing what your heart wants to do. Okay, I wanted a healthy lifestyle. I knew that in my heart easily. Our whole generation knows that, whether we practicing it or not. Our whole generation knows that we want a healthy lifestyle. Our parents know. They trying. We making them try, ain't we? We making their ass. Anyway, thanks for joining me today. Like I said, I don't know if I'm gonna keep recording on Spotify. Spotify is kind of fun though. It feels a little more intimate because I normally got my headphones on. I'm outside, it's dark, so I might keep doing my podcast. But you could definitely find the videos here on YouTube. I hope to see y'all soon. Come back. Talk to you later. Bye.